Hi, my name is Randall Rapier, and I'm Director of Consulting with Exergy Energy, a concierge utility. We have clients that will come to us with a couple of goals that they're trying to attain within their organization that they're not able to meet on their own. One is they want to be green. So they're either A, genuinely concerned with the environment, or B, there's the potential of future fundraising needs in their future for growth of their organization, and they feel like they're going to need to have ESG compliance plans in place. The second goal they have that they're not able to meet on their own is they want to be resilient. So if the grid experiences an outage, they need their facility to continue operating as it has been. And oftentimes they don't have the budget to meet those two goals. That brings about the need for Exergy Energy's managed energy services solution, always on, always green, always safe. Before I get into the program, though, I wanted to just share some of the environmental issues that are happening at the same time. So to say that we're in an unprecedented time of energy change is the understatement of the year. You look at the dynamics. So we're taking the largest machine in the world, the North American grid, and it's actively being transitioned to production that is based on renewable energy sources. It's a massive undertaking. Federal government has set a goal of 2035 to have this completed. This is going to take the coordination of thousands of organizations across the countries, including utilities, millions of connection points, and oh yeah, this project is being quarterbacked by the federal government. Is it a necessary transition? Absolutely. Is it going to be a painful one? Absolutely. In the middle of this, as the climate continues to change, we're seeing weather-related outages increase dramatically. So over the last 10 years, we've seen a 13-fold increase in weather-related outages. On top of that, we're electrifying more parts of our lives. So imagine a couple more electric vehicles on the road in the next few years. And then, oh yeah, could you please not charge those when you get home from work because the evening is when the grid is under the most stress. So we're seeing energy demands increase as we electrify more and more parts of our lives every day. You know, we're all painfully aware of the international political unrest that's happening and the effects it's had on the energy market. But then on top of that, there is domestic energy-related legislation that impacts things like pipelines and how product is transferred from one territory to another. All of this adds uncertainty to the energy markets. You know, this is the reason why companies need a partner. So can you address all of these issues on your own? Absolutely you can, if you want to run two companies. One, your core competency, the market that you're in, the place that you have a right to win and you're doing business. And then you also need to run an energy services company. For the companies that want to focus on what they do and do it well, they have partners like Exergy Energy. So how do we do what we do? It starts with analysis. So we come into a company and we gather a year of energy billing and we do a couple things. We analyze it to find out where are the peaks of usage, where are the valleys of usage, what are the particular dynamics for this customer and how they use their energy. And we build a heat map off of that that's based on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week throughout the year. We take that information and we build a redundancy plan. So we put in place at our cost as a managed service, not a CapEx charge, a backup power generation source equal to 100% of your peak load. So that if the grid goes down, you keep running, you're always on. Oftentimes that takes the form of a prime powered backup natural gas generator, but we base it on the needs of the particular customer. So now that we have that customer always on, we want to make sure that they can become always green or meet their green targets. And this takes the form of energy acquisition plans. So we build a block and index contracting vehicle that's based on your usage patterns from the analysis that we did previously. This gives you a couple things. It gives you long-term price protection. So we go to the wholesale markets and we're able to lock in green energy, or if you're more interested in just strictly cost savings, traditional energy, long-term price protection. It's also tailored to your specific usage patterns. And then by using a block and index contracting vehicle, it gives us flexibility. So now that you're always on, you're always green, now we need to save money. And this takes the form of load monetization. So there's two categories of load monetization. Because we have this asset at your facility in the form of a backup power generator that's equal to 100% of your peak load, we're able to take advantage of reselling your contracted energy to the market. So as demand for the energy in the market stays stable, prices stay stable. As demand increases, the pricing in the market for energy increases as well. So what we're able to do is, because we've locked in your energy usage at a low rate, when the energy market increases and the price of energy increases, we're able to take your load off of the grid, provide your energy with that backup generator that's on site, and resell that block of energy back to the market for a profit. That's one avenue of finances that we can capture. The second is by participating in grid programs like economic demand response. So as I mentioned, when the grid is under stress, we're there, to provide a service. So you'll know when the grid's under stress because you'll get a social media message at home saying, please turn your thermostat up to 80 degrees to conserve energy. Well, while that communication is happening to residential homes, there's also communication between the grid and commercial customers saying that if we take your load off of the grid and provide some relief, that we can receive monies for that service. So because we have that backup generator, we can power your facility with that generator. We're able to participate in programs like economic demand response. And it's all seamless for your company. There's no stopping your functioning as a facility. You continue to function as you always have, and it's managed by Exergy. So we take the cost of the managed service program and the always on and the always green products that we provide to you, and we can defer those costs by monetizing your load. And in some cases, in particular markets, we're able to come out at net zero, where you go from just purchasing energy last year to now you have full resiliency and you're 100% green and you come out cost neutral. But it doesn't stop there. After we've made you always on, you're always green, and you're saving money while doing it, we stay on board as a partner for that continued analysis. It begins with analysis and that continues. So as your company changes, you're going to add another production line. You're looking at acquiring another facility and the power requirements there. We can scale out our program to take that into account. So as a company, if you're looking to be green or provide an ESG compliance program for your company, or you're looking to be always on and truly resilient to where as the grid is experiencing problems, while we navigate this next decade at least of the transition of the grid to renewable energy sources, you want to have that partner in place that can provide those energy services for you. And that's where Exergy Energy's always on, always green, always save managed energy services program comes to play. If you have any questions or you need more information or you would just like to hear from our consultants to find out what we can do to help your organization, please reach out to us through our contact page at exergyenergy.com.